Greetings, this is Gilles. I wanted to come and say hello, wish you a good day. I made it to Paris. It is quite a change for it feels good to be back in this place. I was born here, I lived many years here. And I have this room with a view. I have the Sacré-Cœur, the Eiffel Tower, the Montparnasse Tower. And so it's quite nice to see that. Although I feel that my hands and feet are tied up still, I can't really do all that much, but it feels good to be here with an old friend. And I wanted to talk today about the crossroad. For we're standing at a crossroad. We have many crossroads, making a choice to go to the right or go to the left, go to the place where everybody goes, or to go into our own way. And so it is our own choice. There is no judgment in relationship to that. But in essence, this crossroad is. There is two ways. There is the ways of the collective memory of humanity. Well, there is roads, there is signs, there is friends, there is memories, there is families. Everybody is very comfortable there. It's the ego way, the third dimension. And then there is the other way where there is no signs, there is no only personal signs that guides us moment by moment. And there is no roads. We're making our own road. We're exploring our own self. It is an unconquered territory. But once we've been there long enough, we find this rest stop where we can rest and receive information, energy, visions about the higher plane. So it is the road that is less traveled. There is only 2% of humanity that is exploring that side, when 98% of humanity is still on this other road. And so, there is plenty of direction, plenty of everything is familiar, very comfortable. But the 98% who are living in this other side they consider those who are living in this spiritual path, ascension path, as completely insane, completely mad. For them, there is no reality. For me, it's like I'm following my truth and my inner self. Or no matter where it's going to lead me, I have to be true to myself. For I've been on this spiritual path, ascension path, for 30 years, and so I cannot. Although nobody in my environment believe in any way, shape, or form of my life, they think I'm a complete illusion. I'm completely deluding myself. Yet I have to be true to myself. For in this road, there is eventually we're standing at the crossroad to try to guide those who are choosing the spiritual ascension path. No matter, it's not the easiest way, but eventually everybody will have sooner or later to go through it, to go to it, in order to discover what the inner self wants to reveal to them. But some people will not awaken during this lifetime, so they will not choose that. It's all a period of test right now. Is how we move into compassion, solidarity, helping each other, to be sensitive, empathic of what is going on. For everybody is being tested, and there are those who are greedy, cupid, and selfish that will utilize those time to utilize the little power they have to inflict pain on the world. And this will continue. God is using this time to determine who will be chosen for the golden age and who will be going back to another cycle in duality. For there is really no judgment. It's like just a matter of readiness. How much mature are we in that process? We have to first take care of ourselves and then help others. For if we help others first, and then we feel like we lack because we've helped others, then we're gonna feel resentment in relationship to the people we help. So first we have to fill our cup and see, once it overflows, we have to utilize our own energy to help others. What the exception means, if you're a parent, you're gonna use whatever. If you have little to eat, you're gonna feed your children before you eat yourself. That's completely natural for you. When you have young children, they are extension of yourself. Although we don't own children, they're still like we have the responsibility, and well, that's completely natural. And so, but it's good to I'm just here to express ideas and thoughts. Sometimes they're very forward ideas, they're very futuristic ideas, and not everybody will resonate to them. I'm aware of that. I still feel like it is important to share those ideas, to anchor them into this plane, to communicate them. I'm going to pull 4 cards with the Angel Tarot. for the highest wisdom for us today is determination. It means no matter what the opposition of the world, our own lower self wants to inflict upon us, we still want to be self-determined towards the ascension process. What we have to understand is intuition. For those cards are actually confirming to me that the spiritual ascension path, my inner self, my inner guidance is, I will have to continue to follow it, to trust and follow it, regardless of all the doubts that are coming to me. But sometimes maybe I shouldn't even share this inner guidance with anyone, so I don't have to face their conflicting or opposing nature and their disbelief. So I have to, because after that I have to handle it. What we have to do is protection, to know we are being protected, and we are protecting a higher vision, we are protecting higher values. And the outcome will be rejoicing for no matter what anybody believes. Once the manifestation will be there, nobody will be able to disbelieve what we because it'll be manifested for them, and they will be they may accept it or not. They may become jealous of that realization or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is to be true to ourselves, and to rejoice at the end of the process. For I wanted to say that sometimes I feel like I'm being confronted with very strange memory from very old past lives where I was like, wow, but I didn't know any better, so I have to forgive myself. For the Christ said, forgive them, they know not what they do. When we're not in full consciousness, the idea is that we have to repent. If we feel that we've done something else, we can repent and we can be absolved. For you, making error is human, is part of human nature. But God loves the sinner, but does not love the sin. He does not love the wrongdoing. For sin can also be an obstacle that prevents us from expanding, from growing. The essence of God is love, mercy, and ministry. So forgiveness is always available. For God never judges the person, but just his action, and so because sin is just an error, but the conscious association, identification with sin becomes evil, darkness. Once we become conscious of the sin, we identify with it and associate with this, and then persevere in the application of wrongdoing, then it becomes dark. And the soul are condemning themselves for those through a much longer period of incarnation. I'm rereading the Hell of Dante. It's the Divine Comedy. Right now I'm going through this first part that is called Hell, where it's traversing with Virgil all this aspect of beings have hell is not forever as they believe. It's just an experience. That's just all the things in the samsara are experiencing. But it is the afterlife. Those people that have done some wrongdoing and are harvesting the fruits of their wrongdoing. It's quite interesting in this time of great to read this book. The Divine Comedy of Dante is really powerful. Still powerful 700 years later. For we're looking for, there is very powerful revelation that will soon come from President Trump, I believe. So it will shock the world, and he's really even if we don't like his policies, we don't like him as a person or whatever, or we don't like so many things about him, he's very powerful in the instrumentalization of this transformation of the world. So we have to send him energies, just as love and light and wisdom as energies, just as we have to do to all the world leaders, because they're very important in this powerful transition. Even if they're tyrant, if they receive more love, light, and power, they may soften up, they may become aware of certain things, and they may adjust and serve more the people that they're supposed to serve. And so we are there is a very dark draconian control system base that is here about suffering and death. It's even through the religion and all the states. They've been emphasizing this state that suffering and death, it's those power control energies. But we have to stop to believe in the narrative of the deep states, of the dark cabal, of the Illuminatis that's been crafted to hypnotize humanity into this cycle of suffering. Those are traps that have been created. We want to believe they want you to believe that they're all powerful and that you have to fight them, but they will win at the end. Well, all of this is trap. They don't have any power except but the trap is to fight them. We have to create another narrative, to follow another narrative, and this narrative is about your understanding that you are love, that you are joy, that you are freedom, that you are kindness. and to let go of those other scenario of battling the dark. For when you battle the dark will always win. So it's because its nature is battling, when the nature of freedom is peace. So it's about being surrendering to be a passive resistance, to create this alternative road where you can travel. I hope I will soon be free to fulfill my function in this world with more ease. For another thing about this mask, they're trying to force us to wear a mask. It's extremely annoying. It's really hard to breathe. And many experts will tell you that those masks are absolutely useless. The virus, it's just a small virus. It's not all that dangerous after all. Even if you get it, I got it in March, and just I survived. It's no big deal. People die from all kinds of 300,000 people die of all kinds of disease every day. So it's not death is just a transition. But those masks is like even the higher, the more sophisticated one are not fine enough to prevent the virus from going through. When you see the people that are dealing with this virus inside the professional, they have all kinds of, like, they have those combination and those very sophisticated triple layer things. That's the only way to prevent it. The masks have absolutely no use whatsoever, except to condition people to let go of their sovereignty and freedom. I'm not saying that if law requires that you wear it, but they will not protect us against this disease. It's absolutely useful for we living useful to understand that they're trying to see how much are we willing to let go of our freedom to become submitted to this dark control, this Kabbalistic draconian systems of lifestyle. For we're living in the world of the imaginary. In Molière, there is this play that's called it's a person that is not sick, but he believes that it's sick, so he's like, he becomes sick. So it's like it's all about beliefs. So we don't want to. So we want to remain joyful and prepare ourselves for rejoicing, no matter what. We're going through this period of transition, and there is great, surprising positive change that will be coming before the end of the year. On a collective level, after that, individually, we all have to follow whichever direction we can choose to go into this very comfortable ego, three-dimensional realm and reality, or to choose to investigate this just spiritual jungle where we really don't know what we're going to find. For it's like Dante in this Divine Comedy, he's got to go through the 7 circles of hell, but he hasn't died, so he's not touched by any of the shadows with Virgil, his guide, and then eventually he sees the light in purgatory, he goes through the process of purgatory, and then eventually he reached heaven and paradise. For the astral planes, they have those 7 levels we want to reach, to transmute all of the darkest things that may still be within. For all the world is controlled from the lower 4th dimension, but when we pass through those circles, we'll eventually reach the middle point, and we'll find a much more happy and joyful experiences. Yet we have to have the courage to face our own shadows. Like Socrates says, we all have a demon to handle, to not be distracted by those darker illusionary shadows that are still maybe trying to confuse us. So stay in touch with your true nature, which is love, light, wisdom, freedom. You are a child of God. You can never be separated from the love of God, no matter what happens in this world, or what the illusion is trying to teach us. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. This song went through my mind this morning, so I thought I'd sing it. It's called Changes. Still don't know what I was waiting for a time is running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I had got it made, it seemed the test was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse of the other must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Turn and face the strange. Change ahead. Don't wanna be a richer man. Turn and face the strange. Just gotta be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. I watch the ripple change their size, but never leave the stream of warm and permanent sand. So the day floats through my eyes, but still the days seem the same. Are they immune to your consultation? They're quite aware what they're going through. Turn and face the strange. Change ahead. Don't wanna tell them to grow out of it. Turn and face the strange. Change ahead. Where the shaman left your neck in it. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. Strange fascination fascinate me. Our changes are taking the pace I'm going through. Turn and face the strange. Oh, change ahead. Oh, look, you rock and roller. Turn and face the strange. Change ahead. Pretty soon you're gonna get older. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. I say that time may change me, but I can't trace time. That's an easy song. Des fois, I venture into unknown territory, or difficult territory, and a cappella, but just for fun and entertainment purposes. You know, we send greetings to David Bowie. For change never change. The time never changes. Time is a constant. It's everything and everyone changes through time. For time and space are the great separator. When we move into the fifth dimension, time and space disappear. All things become known and visible, and it is our direction. It is what we aspire to reach that plane of total integration and unity beyond time and space. For the card of the day is the time of the nap. It's about napping, it's about relaxing, it's about allowing our dreams to crystallize and come true. So it's about our vision, to allow our vision to unfold and allowing ourselves to be guided by our inner self. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.